Everybody, welcome back to another episode. Episode 8 was absolutely wild. And I am here with one of the main characters who, man, he took a lot of time at the money and came home with a big chunk. I am here with Brett, number 195. Brett, how are you, my man?
I'm doing well, Jeff. Thanks for having me, man. This is awesome. Have the opportunity to talk to you again.
Yeah, no, it's obviously we got to know each other kind of early in the games, at least early for me. And so it's been fun to watch you and your journey after I got eliminated. Um, and just like see your strategy evolve, or at least for us to see your kind of strategy maybe be revealed is the better word. I just let's kind of rewind all the way back to your arriving in Vegas for Beast Games season 2. What's Brett's strategy?
Man, I just wanted to lay low. I wasn't the guy that was there for screen time or anything. I just wanted to get as far in the games as I possibly could. It was just too early to really have a solidified strategy because it adjusts throughout the game. If you're not adjusting your strategy, you're going to lose. But initially, I'm like, I just want to. I don't want to be anyone's target. I don't want to be anyone's least favorite. But I also don't need to be anyone's favorite. So I was just trying to be in the middle of the pack and coast my way through and not have any enemies.
Well, I mean, that's definitely a strategy. And I love how you downplay your downplayed strategy. I mean, that's total Brett move. But like that was kind of my strategy in season 1, is to just not step in the crap and
Mm-hmm.
be better than half the people most of the time. Um, and so episode 1, um, were you part of the push up, or did you actually complete the challenge?
I was a push-up guy.
Wow.
Yeah. I dropped my blocks. I felt I was like one of the first people out. Like I went down there really fast, and then like I like fell down the pole. The thing, like everyone said, like the thing broke on them. My thing broke. I fell down. I like clenched onto like the sandbag that was on there, and I guess I like ruffled the I don't even know, like the blocks, whatever. And then when I was coming back up, they dropped. I'm like, oh, this happened in like a minute and 30 seconds. So I was one of the first people like actually on the mat. Like I was one of
And
the
so
first eliminations ever.
so at that time, are you thinking, I'm going home? Like, I'm going to go home to my fiance. I'm going to tell her I got out right away. Like what is going through your mind?
100%. I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to go home and tell her when I got out immediately. Like this sucks. Like this. I'm not going to be able to experience this thing. Just so many things. I was pissed. I was upset, disappointed in myself. Like so many emotions going through my mind at that point. But I definitely thought I was done. I had no idea that something was coming up.
And just, I mean, and it got revealed kind of the in the behind the scenes, the push up. I mean, do you remember how many push ups you had to do to get back into the game?
I don't remember the exact number. I think it was like 72 or something. Like I really wasn't paying attention to the number. I was just hearing up, down, or down, up, down, up, down, up. Just keep going until I couldn't anymore. And then eventually they're like, all right, if you're in push-ups, if you're push-up position, you're going to the city. I'm like, oh my god, it's over. That's crazy.
That's sweet. And
Yeah, it was
so
all. It was a good moment.
then you go to the city. Like, do you remember kind of the first friends that you made, or like the closest connections? Or were you still like super laying low and being independent?
No, I was making friends at this point. Obviously Corey was my good friend from Vegas. So I went in
Oh,
there
so
with him.
you guys met in Vegas.
We met in Vegas. Yeah, yeah. It was
Oh,
probably the
wow.
second day. I just saw him walking around. I'm like, there's something to that guy. I introduced myself. Hey, man, I'm Brett. Like I thought, like he just looked like a good person to team up with. So I'm like, all right, man. Like, hey, how you doing? And then we hit it off there. And then it was pretty much us. Like I didn't have that many friends at this point. I talked to some people, but nothing like I would you know ride on.
Well, crazy is that you take you and Corey, you guys meet in Vegas. Um, Tyler, August, Jack, and Nick all met before on floor 2 in Vegas. Jim and Monica in Vegas. It's like, hey, if you're gonna go into Beast Games season 3, season 4, like make friends, like genuine friendships early on. Like you need to count on somebody. It's just a testament that everybody who got pretty much to the top 10 had kind of a ride or die that they knew since day one.
Yeah, I mean, you almost don't have a choice who you be friends with though, because like in those situations, like you're kind of just like
It's
cattle to one situation. You're placed in specific spots, and like you're just like placed with other people. There's like stuff, not very frequent moments that you could just roam around and talk to people, but it's like you're almost like you have to choose the friends that are given to you in that group, and it's interesting like that.
It's kind of like an arranged marriage.
It is. It
Yeah,
doesn't
and then
like it doesn't
and
make
you kind of have
sense.
to like go all in from the get and kind of go, I hope this works out. Um,
Exactly. I got fortunate to meet Corey early. The floor two
yeah,
guys, like they stuck together. Like they got close because they were on the same floor. Anybody could be on that floor. Again, they're obviously compatible as well, but it's just where you end up. Like you're told to go certain places, and where you end up is the people you grow closest with.
and then so speaking of ending up, we go into episode two, and you have to pick balance balls, bluff, or blocks. Um, what did you choose, and why did you choose it?
I chose bluff. I was between bluff and balls. I wasn't doing balance because I actually legitimately thought it was gonna be a balance competition. I'm like, I don't stand a chance against the people in that circle. I don't want to do blocks. I don't know. I didn't feel confident in my ability to stack blocks. I thought it was gonna be the same game, and I was between balls and bluff. And I'm like, if that's a basketball game, I'm not very good at basketball, so I don't really want to risk that either. It ended up being dodgeball, which I would have loved to play in, but I'm like, by default, I guess I'll just do bluff. It's this is the last one there.
Well, and the crazy thing is I mean, you get through by chance, which is
Right,
wild. Um,
exactly.
I mean, and by the way, so did Jim. Um,
Hmm.
was there anybody else in the top 10 who was in bluff with you guys?
I think Jack was there as well.
Crazy.
Yeah, Jack was there as
Crazy. Yeah,
well.
no, it's funny kind of when you look back, like, and again, like as you're in the top 10, like you just landed in Saudi Arabia, and you're gonna do the phone bribe game, and you look back at all these things that had to happen to get you here. It's just absolutely crazy. So you get through in chance and bluff, and then we get to the obstacle course, and this is when like, I think I saw you. We may have talked in passing, but this is when we like really got to know each other. I feel like.
Hmm.
Um, I know you and by kind of your share, you and Corey were already close. Did you guys have a strategy on like kind of going, hey, who do we want to team up with for the obstacle course?
Well, beforehand, it was going to be me, Corey, John 112, and JT 126, and then Jacob. I believe it's 171. It was all strong though, and then they threw in the wrinkle. It has to be too smart, and we're like, there has to be too smart. And the team was like, all right, we have to split up. Corey and me went together. John and JT went
JT.
together, and then Jacob went, on his own way as well. Um, and then from there, we kind of just scrambling. We were looking around, like, who wants to be on our team, and then we just kind of locked eyes, and it worked out like that.
Yeah, no, it was one of those kind of weird moments where kind of same thing happened to me where Sue and Emily looked at me and kind of go, hey, Jeff, you want to be part of the group? I'm like, oh, of course, yeah, sure. And then kind of like we see you guys and I'm like, oh, yes, like this is kind of a perfect little match because, I got to know Emily, who's on the smart team, who's a rocket scientist in balls. And not only is she a rocket scientist, she's an athlete. Like
Hmm.
and then Sue finished third on Survivor, like clearly like is a competitor. And then you guys are just kind of specimens. And I, come to, get to know Corey, who's just, super physically fit, especially, for being a dad of three. Um, and then you played football at Princeton. Um, like we have a good team. Like I feel good about it. Um, like, were you ever kind of second guessing your choice kind of once you found out what we were doing? You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Not at all. I thought we had a great team. I was really excited about it. I thought everybody was capable of finishing the course. I didn't know if we'd be the fastest, but I also didn't know the rules of the game. Like I thought we had a real chance to win an obstacle course against any of the teams. I legitimately had a good feeling about it.
That's how I did, and it was again like I felt like we all kind of got to know each other pretty quickly, and we all like vibed super well. It's like okay, like I kind of like our team. Maybe I might not pick this team, but I'm glad this team is our team. It was just a
100%.
weird, kind of a weird feeling. I remember back when we were choosing teams, like I'd say 80% of the time, it was going to be you to be the captain. Like, do you remember that?
I do. Yeah, I remember yeah, I volunteered. I'm like, I'll go first. I think I can go there the fastest, but I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can, and I just hope I don't fall. Like I don't. I don't know. I just hope I don't fall because I'm going to try to go as fast as I possibly can. And then it's
And
like, pick a captain. And I'm like, you know what, man? I know Corey's not falling off this thing. Like, he's an animal. What do you think, man? I remember talking to him. He didn't really want to do it. He was nervous about it. And then we gave him some confidence in it. And I'm like, man, you got this. And he started really believing in himself.
it was sweet. I mean, it was one of these things where, like, again, for the whole time, I thought it was going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of even said, "Hey, let's pump fake and let's act like it's going to be me." And like, again, I'm an old man. Like Colby or Mitch would have smoked me. I mean, Sophia and Jess and Jordan probably would have too. Um, but once we kind of chose Corey, and like it was like he saw that we believed in him 100%. Clearly, he's talented and gifted enough to do it. Like I felt super confident. He goes through it, crushes it. I mean, it was in all my and again, I in all my Beast Games moments, season one and season two, it might be one of my favorite. It's up there for sure in the top three moments for me in Beast Games. And it's hard to explain why. I didn't even do the challenge, but it was like so intense and so critical, and kind of like I felt like we weren't expected to win. Like, do you remember how you felt when Corey kind of went over first right before Colby?
I wasn't shocked. Like I legitimately thought Corey was going to win. I was just like, oh my god, he did it. I can't believe he actually did it. But again, I had confidence in, him, but it actually just like finally happened at that point. I'm like, that was the craziest race I've ever seen. It couldn't be closer. It's the most
It
dramatic it
couldn't
could
be
possibly
closer,
be.
and totally like it was like all the confidence in Corey that he was going to do it. Colby was kind of lead. I mean, it was always close, but Colby was leading for like 60% of it,
Yeah,
and then Corey, I think it was after he jumped through the kind of the windmill, kind of found his feet, and then just kind of like hopped like a frog, and it was just awesome. And again, he was. I think we were all so proud of him. He was super proud. You know, just what a moment we were talking about. Like what a moment for like your three boys to be able to see it. Like it was. It was a super cool moment. So then, in some kind of crazy way, we're now in the top 25. Like, and at
happened
least
like
for
that.
me,
Yeah.
just like that. And for me, you guys were there for I don't know 7 to 10 days before I got into the games, and so I didn't expect to get very far in the games. I figured I'd have a target on my back. You were going to take me out. So to get to the top 25 and to look around and kind of go, okay, I just met these people, got to know them pretty well. You know, you, Corey, Sue, and Emily. I know the Nick, August, Tyler group pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I've also talked to Jim and Monica. I know JC. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, this is a great group. Now at this moment, you're laying low. That was your strategy to kind of to get here. Did your strategy evolve at all at this moment?
No, nothing changed. I mean, I was just again just trying to develop relationships and not be anyone's least favorite. Obviously, I was trying to compete in these challenges to like the best of my abilities, but like there was nothing that I really thought I had to change at this point because I'm like, this is working. I'm here still. You know,
What,
nobody hates
what was
me.
there? What was so okay? Was there anybody you kind of try to keep your distance from? Is there anybody you're like, hey, like I just don't want to be seen with this person, like they're persona non grata? Like, is there, or you felt like, hey, I'm in this great neutral spot, I'm great.
I legitimately thought I was in a great neutral spot. I mean, obviously there's some people that I was a little more wary of, but there's no one. I was like, I want to have a conversation with them because it might you know tarnish my image or anything like that. I don't know. There wasn't like I just ever didn't have any enemies. I wasn't anybody's favorite. I wasn't anybody's least favorite. I was just like kind of coasting through it, and like that was it was just working for me. So I didn't feel the need to really change that.
Which is sweet. Like
It's
again, like
awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
it's a good sweet spot to be in. Like again, captains early on, you know, can they make it far? Yes, but like anytime you step up, people definitely see you as a threat, especially people who are playing hard. Um, but like, so you feel good about your strategy. For me, at this moment, I realized like there's a 4% chance I can win this thing again. Like that's crazy. Like at this moment, did you realize like I might have a chance? Like I could actually walk away with some real money?
This isn't really like when it hit for me. I'm like, there's still 25 real good competitors here. I'm like, there's still so much work to do. Like, and we were kind of counting the episodes. So like, we're on episode 4. there's 6 more episodes to do. Like there is so much more work to do. There's so much more that has to happen. So it didn't really feel real at this point. I'm just, I still have my head down and I'm just trying to get further because, it didn't feel like within like reaching distance at this point.
Well, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because in episodes 5, 6, and 7, like the biggest updates from your end was that you shaved your beard into a Fu Manchu. But by the way, it was killer mustache. But you continue to kind of lay low. And again, if anybody who is a student of Beast Games, you realize you don't have to be the best. You need to be better than half the people all the time. Sometimes you need to be better than 60 or 70%. Um, but you did a great job of getting all the way into the top 10. Obviously, you chose cubes with Corey and JT. You guys were buddies. Obviously, JT took the $1 million. He did the amazing thing that most great friends would do, is he kind of bowed out, which allowed you guys to move on. Was there any part of you before we get to episode 8 that thought that your heart could have been smashed instead of Katie's?
But first I want to say, JT, bro, I love you, man. I appreciate what you did for sacrificing me and Corey. I've expressed that to you many times, and I'll do it over and over again. You're the man, bro. I appreciate you. And then, referring to your question, once Nick won, I pretty much knew it was over. I pretty much knew I was safe. I was on good terms with Monica and Nick at this point, so I'm like, I think there's only like 3 people that could win this smart challenge, and I would probably be out. But once Nick won, I'm like, I think I'm good here. Like I really wasn't too nervous. They actually walked over to my heart first. Like I was on the end there, Monica and Nick, and they stood there for like probably 5 seconds. It was
Totally.
like 2 seconds too long. Like I knew
Yes.
like the plan and everything, but they're just still there. I'm like, that there was like 2 seconds, and I'm like legitimately nervous. I'm like, all right, maybe they're pulling something on me. But then they walked away. I'm like, all right. I joke with them. I joke with Nick all the time. I'm like, you stood there a little too long, man. Scared me a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
2 seconds too long, but it is like you. I mean, well, it's crazy because like you thought about it, then Katie gets interviewed and is like, I did not have the thought at all. It's like the crazy thing about the games is you don't know exactly where you stand. You can have an idea, but you just never know, because eventually when you get to this thing, it's like, ugh, yes, I like Brett. I'm in good standing with him, but they might kind of go, he's a threat. Like eventually you
Mm-hmm.
have to kind of go, who do I want to take out of the game?
Yeah.
Um, and so you make it through, you make it to the top 10, and now we get to this wild episode. And before this, I mean, I'm sure everybody's, I was there. I heard everybody's kind of theories about, hey, if we ever get to a splitter steal, what are we going to do? Um, After I left, were you guys continuing to have these conversations of, okay, if we do a splitter steal, what are we going to do?
Yeah, it was coming up. Everyone was talking about it, like what's going to happen in this situation. Like everyone was pretty much in lockstep at that point. Everyone was on good standing at this point. Everyone, like we just got to the top 10. It's like everyone's singing kumbaya at this point. Everyone's so excited. It's everyone, everyone's just talking about it, and we're like, yeah, like split would be good, and if we can all walk out with $100,000, that would be fantastic.
And so you're like very, very explicit multiple times in the show. Like, I am going to take my fair share. Or like, I can't imagine anybody taking more than 100K. Like, if you do that, like, in your mind, did you really think that everybody was going to take 100K?
I did, and I legitimately thought that I was going to take 100K too.
Wow.
I'm like, when I'm saying that, I'm dead serious. Like I wasn't like, I wouldn't say it if I wouldn't want those clips out there if I wasn't serious. Like that was legitimately my thought. If I went out there, even walking out with Jimmy, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably still going to take 100K after Nick said 250.
I mean, it seems sincere, but like, again, like, and this is why it's so easy for people who are watching at home to kind of go, I would have done this or I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
When you're in the games and you're faced with these situations, like you literally can press buttons or say a word and you get money. It's like the most bizarre thing in the world. But like
Mm-hmm.
before we get to you approaching the money with the kind of the 485K sitting there, when they announced the rules for being buried alive, like did you like have any trepidation about being buried alive? Like you didn't look too comfortable in there. Like is this like are you claustrophobic? What did you have in there?
Honestly, I didn't really care too much. I'm like, all right, like I guess I'll be in here for probably a couple hours. I'll try to sleep, but I couldn't sleep, so I was like, all right. I was just like moving around. I don't know. I just wasn't too comfortable. They gave us like a bag with like Fiji water bottles, Feastables, a bunch of snacks and everything like that. Like that being in there, it's like, all right, you're probably gonna be here for a while. They gave us a lot of food, so I'm like, all right, this is fine. I don't really mind the Barry live part. I just don't want to be in this same spot for that long a period. That's the only reason I was stressing.
Well, I mean, a question people ask is like, what did you do if you had to go use the restroom? Like, did they tell you to use it before? Like, you can't go, or like, what's the story?
That's funny because I actually had to use the bathroom, and they had to dig me out. They had to stop production, dig me out, and I went to go use the bathroom, and then I came back. It was like probably 20 minutes.
Oh
I
my
was begging
god!
on. I'm like, you got to let me out. I got 30 minutes left. Like,
Seriously, this is a health hazard. That's hysterical.
well, they fed us right before. They gave us like a giant plate of like chicken and rice or whatever it was, and then meat. All right, go in the coffin. I'm like, oh
Well,
god,
yeah, well, and especially it's like you don't know how long you're going to be there. So, you
exactly.
know, between when they set the rules and then they hear, hey, Nick is going to choose every person. Like, did you have an idea of okay, based on everything I know, I think I will get chosen this number? Like, did you feel like you would get chosen when you did?
Yeah, I thought either I was going to be where I was or it'd be flip flop with me and Corey. I didn't care either way, but I thought that was going to be the case.
And so you finally get dug up, and like, as the edit shows, like Nick tells you what he did. I mean, is that really how it played out? Like, was there anything else to that conversation?
That was the weirdest edit I've seen in this game so far. We had a full conversation. I don't know why they showed it. It was like it didn't even make sense. It was like him telling me and me saying sure and him saying good and then was walking away. I'm like, I got up there. I'm like, dude, I'm so happy for you. That's awesome. You just got $250,000. Like that's really cool. I like hugged him and stuff. Like it was like we had a full conversation. I'm surprised they didn't show it.
Well, it was because it was a weird thing to see. And again, like and part of it is because of time, and also it's like the story. And again,
Yeah.
like he tells you this, okay, so immediately not everybody took 100K,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're thinking, okay, if he took 250, now the dam is split open, like people will take anything. You're walking to the gates of the city. You have not seen the pile yet. Did you have an idea? Like what was your best guess on how much would be there?
I thought it'd be around between 5 and 4. I was pretty accurate with what was actually out there. I didn't know for sure, so I didn't really want to game plan around that number. But that was my gut was telling me between 5 and
And,
4.
and so you didn't want to game plan around a number. Like, were you starting in your mind, kind of going, okay, what should I take, or is there a percentage of it? Like when did you start thinking about what your move was going to be?
When I first walked into the city, even walking, like they showed Jimmy us with a torch, I was adamant on 100 grand even then. And then I walked in there and I'm like, oh man, like this this is not as easy as I thought it would be. Like there's a box of money with a $500,000 in it, and like in my perspective, I don't think there's any right move. I don't know. Like you take 100 grand, you didn't take enough. You take 250, you took too much, but also not enough. You take the whole thing, it's greed. I just it's a lose lose game in my opinion. No matter what you do, like there you're gonna have some type of backlash from it. I think, and not that I really care about that, but that's just what going through my head. Like, what is the right number? Because I just don't think there is a real right number.
And the edit shows that you were out there forever. Like, is that real? Like how like if you had to guess, how long were you out there? Was it minutes? Was it hours?
It was probably over 2 hours.
Wait.
Yeah,
How many?
no, that was real. The sun coming up was real. I legitimately had no idea what to do, and this is by far the biggest decision of my life, and I just wanted to think it through. It wasn't like I actually felt bad because everyone was in the coffin still, but I'm like, I really got to think this through. This is so huge. It's it's gonna affect my games, gonna affect other people's games. I'm like, oh, what's my family gonna think? Like, oh, what's everyone? It's like there's so many thoughts going through my head at this point, and I just wanted to run through them all.
And so, what was your process to run through them? Like, were you talking it out with Jimmy or Chandler, whoever else was there, or was it just all internal?
Oh, I was talking out loud. They didn't show a lot of it. You know, yeah, I was like, I don't know what the next game is. I don't know if this is going to affect me in the next game. Like, I want Corey to have some as well. Like, I don't know what to think here. Like, how is this going to affect my game? Like, what if I get out next and I go home with only what I took, like the split it between what a five ways or whatever, or take the 100 grand. Like, then I'll have regrets that I should have taken more. Like, all of these things were going through my head, and it was really stressful. I actually walked out and said, like, this is the most nervous I've been in this game. Like, walking out to the money pile.
Well, what's crazy is, Jimmy says it like, I don't want you to watch the show and regret what you decide. So take your time. Was that at the beginning, or was that like after you've been there an hour or an hour and a half? Like,
That was like probably 45 minutes in. I asked him, I'm like, am I taking the longest here? He's like, hey, man, you can stay out here as long as you want, as long as the content stays good. And it was because
well,
I was bugging out. I was freaking out. I'm like, I was like rubbing my head. I was on my, like, bent my knees. I was on the ground. Like, I actually walked away from the money. Like, Jimmy's like, you can come touch the money, man. Like, it's not going to bite you. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
well, I've never been in your shoes. Like, when I walked out, there was 27,000, and I was number six. Like, so I don't know what it's like to look at something and then actually go sit on it and kind of go. And again, they tee it up so well. Like, hey, this is your money. You
Hmm.
get to decide how much of your money you want to leave. And he literally said, "That's a lot of money sitting in front of you." Or, you said, he said that there's 485,000. You're like, that's a lot of money to be sitting in front of you. Like, was there a thought of you to take the split? The I think it was 1/6 at the time, or the 1/5 at the time, or was there a thought to take all 485,000?
I was never going to take it all. I just couldn't do that. I didn't want to take the most. Um, I knew Nick took 250, so I was like, all right, that's a good number. I wasn't going to split it. I was either going to take 100 or more than that. Like, I was only going to take. I wasn't going to do the split thing. I didn't even think of that as an option. I don't even know why. I guess I'm just not smart to think of it. But I just thought like 100K would be like the least that I would take in that situation.
Well, it's interesting because Tyler, if you take 100K, that's more than what the fair share is, but it's
Yeah.
also what you said you were going to take.
Hmm.
So it's like, hey, I'm keeping true to my word. Like, and so it was just really interesting to see how Tyler got no pushback, and rightfully so. It's kind of like, hey, like, yeah, I didn't take the 83,000. I didn't tell you I was going to take 83,000. I told you I was going to take 100K, and I took
Yeah.
100K. Um, but it's one of these moves, and does it, like, you're out there for a couple hours. Are you thinking, okay, like, yo, I'm about to tell Jimmy I'm going to take 250K? Like, for one, it's crazy that, like, I literally can just say that and I get 250K. Are you thinking about future gameplay?
Yeah, 100%. I even asked like Jimmy. I'm like, what if this affects like the future game? Like, I feel like I might be punting on the 5 million if I take over $100,000. He's like, it could not matter. Like, you don't know what the next game is, or it could help you, or it could hurt you. I'm like, but he didn't really tell me, so I'm like, you know what? Like, what if it really doesn't matter how much you take? Like that's kind of what I knew. I knew people would be upset. Like, it is what it is in that respect. Like, it could be games that you could just straight up win. You
It's
know?
it's emotional. It's emotional,
Hmm.
even to watch it. Again, it was emotional for me to be there, and just again to, like, um, but it is one of these weird things where it's like, this is your shot. You don't know how many more shots you're going to get. Like, if coming home with $250,000 is awesome. And by the way, you're still playing. Like
Hmm.
you're still in the game. So you say I'm going to take 250K. You're thinking about future gameplay, obviously based on what was teased in the very end of the episode. You're going to be able to use that in the next episode. So it's not an advantage, not a disadvantage. It's a tool, and
Hmm.
you can do what like Mikey did in season one. You can pile up, or you can try to move it.
Yeah.
But before we get there, this is what's so diabolical about Mr. Beast and Beast Games is not only do you take it, they put you in a cube and actually put the money in there. And I don't know if it was maybe the lighting they did, but you looked very pale. Like you looked like you were drained. You know, were you in shock? Like what emotions were hitting you?
100% in shock. It was a white room, and I am a white guy, so I am pretty pasty. Um, but it just happened. Like it just happened like 2 minutes ago, and I'm like, what did I do? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the wrong thing? Like what just happened? Like it's just like something that like most people, not most people, like only I don't know 20 people in the world have experienced, if that. Like it's just like such a I didn't know what to think. It was just such an emotional time, like situation for me. So that's why I looked like that in the cube. That was real. That was genuine.
And it's even less than that because it's not
Yeah.
like most people took either a fraction or like again in after after three people in episode one there was $27,000. So it's like no one's had to like make if Emma would have taken $27,000 nobody would have been mad at her.
Yeah.
Like big deal.
Mm-mm.
So are you literally in your cube with that money until Hannah's done?
No, we're in the cube for a little bit, and then they're bringing us out to cars outside the city. Like we're sitting in these sedans, so we really can't
And
see what's going on.
but you're sequestered, like you're by yourself.
We're by ourselves, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
everyone has their own van. They put you in the cube for just a shot, like your reaction of the money and everything. And then they bring you out of the city and put you in these these vans, and then you just wait in the vans until everyone's done. They still want to keep you in the cube, so you could potentially see what happens. The door's open, you can hear stuff in there. So yeah, I was outside of the city until Hannah was done.
And so how long was that? Like you take your 250, they take you in the cube, they get some shots, you're there for a little bit, they put you in this car, and obviously you're probably just thinking like how many hours are you doing this until the game is done?
Probably 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, just
God.
stewing in my thoughts for 3 hours. They're like they're stay in the car. I'm like, I can't stay in the car. I have to walk around. I was just like pacing around outside. The sun's coming up. Like I'm like, oh man, I can't. You have to stay in the car. I'm like, I can't stay in the car. I have to walk around a little bit. I need some air. I needed help.
Then you start running away.
Yeah,
Get me out of
exactly.
here. I mean, you already took the money. You probably could self-eliminate and go home.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
hysterical. So, I mean, so in those 3 hours, did your shock or like, did it turn to relief or did it turn to guilt or were you just numb?
um, I felt better as I felt better as time went on. I'm like, all right, these walls, this is like a fantasy world. This is Beast Games. Like this is not the real world. Anybody outside the world that's in my family, they'd be like, dude, that's awesome. Like congratulations. Like, but when it's almost like you're a different person when you come into the game, and then you're a month in, you're a completely different person, and then when you leave, you go back to what you were before the game. Like the like how what they do to you in that game, without even you don't even realize it at this point. Like you're in a totally different mental space. You make decisions there that you wouldn't do in real life, and that's just how it is. It's a fantasy world, and it's like really strange what it does to your psyche.
It's so bizarre. I
It's
mean, I think
bizarre.
you spelled it out so well. And it's like, again, you are serving multiple people. Like I have my family at home. I have my friends here. What kind of game do I want to play? And I think that's why it's always just so important is like to try to get crystal clear if you're going to go into Beast Games or something like this, like to get crystal clear on what kind of game you want to play.
Mm-hmm.
And when the pressure's on, how do you make sure that you're playing the game you want to play? It's and this is where I give kudos to a lot of the people in episode two who took the $100,000 bribe.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you those people were clear on, hey, I want to come in, I want to take a little bit of money, I want to go home.
100%.
It's
And it's
crazy though. Okay,
like you can have your goal of how you want to play, like, but you can also adjust it as well. Like I think like that's kind of what I did. I was like, I want to play this way, but if I have to adjust, I will. I wanted to be, malleable to the situation, whatever came up. Like I didn't really have a set way. I'm like, this is how I want to do it. Besides the neutral thing, but like, I'm like, I just want to get forward, like by any means necessary. And I think the best way to do that is be neutral until you have to make a play. And,
So
yeah,
on
go
that
ahead.
note, did you have a number in mind that you said, hey, if I get an opportunity for a bribe, whether I have to eliminate someone or not, I will take it?
Before I went in, regardless of the eliminating person, but I'm like, if I walk out with 50 grand of this game, I won. Like I am
50
so
grand.
happy. Like, I swear to God, that was one number. You could like ask all my friends before. I'm like, if I get 50 grand, man, I freaking won this game. Like, in terms of like how much I would take to eliminate someone, it depends. It really does. Like if it's someone I didn't really like
Yeah.
care about in the games, like I don't know, give me give me 50 grand. Like,
But
give me the number. But if it's
it's
someone that I really care about and like stuck up for me in the game, like I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I don't. You just
yeah,
don't know if you're in that situation.
I get it. I mean, I did not do the Captain Brab in season one. I did it in season two.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it.
Of
Because you kind
course.
of just think like, oh, wait, if I press this, I get this. But then it's like, dude, like I really loved you, Corey, Sue, and Emily. It's like, dude, I'm not gonna do it. But it's like you think about it for sure. If you're saying you're not thinking about it, man, kudos on you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Seriously.
let's fast forward. You guys all come out. The sun is up. It's morning time. You're all spread out, and you guys got to spill the beans. Um, what was the original initial response? We saw what it was with Nick, and usually he's the captain. People, might have expected more from him because he was the captain, and he was kind of. You have these recent memories in Beast games where he stepped up on Team Smart or on the Smart Challenge, got that, smashed the hearts, gets elected captain, digs everybody up. So it's like, oh, Nick, was he treated differently than you, or were you treated differently than him?
No, I think we were both treated the same. We both did the same thing. Maybe some people weren't more upset that they, trusted him and then he didn't take the 100K. But I don't know. Like how I look at it is like, this is kind of off topic. Like Nick won the game of trust. Like, and that people went behind him. He won the game of trust and he earned that with his gameplay up until that moment. He was there for a month. A month of gameplay led him to be the most trusted person in that city at that moment. And it so happened to be that the reward for that was $1 million. And so even if he took it, I wouldn't be upset with him. I would understand. Like I told him that too. I was in the coffin. Like I was like, dude, you had to do up there, man. I really wouldn't have cared because I thought he
Right,
won the game. I
right.
thought he earned it.
It's weird. Yeah. I mean,
You
it's like,
know?
and again, you get to take it and you get to still try to move on if you want. I mean, it
Yeah.
might be if you take $1 million, it might be hard, or it might not. Like we haven't seen that side of the game. Is if you have $1 million, how do you how do you put it to use? So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah. Sorry, I got
I,
off topic there.
no, but it's good. It's good to think about because I think there's so many ways to play this game. If you took $1 million, you see how people respond to you. If people are saying, screw you, cool, all right, I'll take my money and go home. Or people are like, hey, here's my thoughts. What if we do this? He
Yeah.
could divvy it out and get 5 votes and still go home with a half a million.
Mm-hmm.
Like after kind of you guys all chatted, the edit shows you guys off to the side and in the gym, in the fitness center, and like talking to each other. Were you guys just said, hey, let's go off and talk about it, or were you guys ostracized to a degree?
No, we went off and talked about it. I mean, it's probably a mixture of both. I don't know. I don't know. We just after that we just kind of joined together, and because we were both going through it at that point. I told him, I'm going to lean on you through this. Like sorry, I have a bad feeling right now. Like I'm not like so happy right now, and he was feeling the same way. So like we're leaning each other, just talking through the situation. Really was just no strategy at that point. It was just us
Right.
talking amongst guys who just made a move.
I just need someone to talk to. Like pretty much
Exactly.
like I need
That's
a
what it
hug.
was. That's what it was.
Well,
A couple, probably a half hour later, we went and joined the crew. Sitting on the couch there. The walk over there felt like a mile. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm so nervous, so nervous to go over there. But they talked to us. It's not like they were.
Yeah,
It was fine.
yeah,
The conversation was fine. They said like, I'm just shocked. I'm surprised. Like that everyone's entitled to their opinions, obviously, and allowed to feel the way they do. I'm like, okay, I understand. Like it is what it is. I made this play. Like I did say I don't regret it, and I don't know if that rubbed people the wrong way, but I didn't.
yeah.
I don't want to apologize for that, but I didn't regret it.
No, well, dude, it was so interesting to watch, and I think the thing that like was like surprised everybody when Monica announced that she took $0. And you kind of see Jim kind of fall to his knees, and people look at her like, "Oh my gosh, like how noble of you." Did you share in those sentiments? Did you think something was fishy at the time, like, or were you like, "Oh my gosh, like, wow, what a big brain move," or wow, very thoughtful? Like, what was going through your mind when you heard that?
At this point, I was not suspicious. I'm like, oh my god, like that's crazy. You just took $0. Like, I don't know. I was just like, that's really crazy that you did that. Like, it wasn't like a red flag in my mind. I'm not calling her crazy. Like, she's able to make any decision that she wanted. I'm like, that's just like a really bold decision to do that. And kudos to you. I was not suspicious of anything at this point at all.
Okay, so Splitter Steel wraps. You go talk to Nick. You come back with the group. You're in the top 10. This was very similar to season one's challenge. The big difference here was the captain in season one. Number one chose two, two chose three, three chose four. But the captain got to choose everybody in order. So that was the main difference this year. Um, did you guys start thinking about what the next game was? Like, did you have an idea? Were you guys speculating? Like, what was the consensus between the group?
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about it. We knew the money had to be involved in some capacity. He's not just going to give you $1 million and say, all right, next game is going to be completely unrelated to the $1 million because that was not really a challenge. It was just grabbing money. I thought it would be something kind of similar to phones, but not the exact same game. It was literally it's the exact same game. So when I saw it, I'm like, oh boy, yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know if I have a good shot at this one, but we'll see. It's also a different format. I don't know if you want to get into a little bit later, but it's also a different format. Like you guys were on towers,
Yeah,
and we're in a room where we can all see each other in a pods. Like we could
it's different.
it is the same game, but it's also very different.
Yeah,
The formatting is different.
we had monitors that we could see who was talking, but it was like closed circuit TV. It was like a security camera. Like here, based on looking at the set, I mean, it looks like you guys are pretty close to each other. You can kind of see who's might be talking to who. You can
Mm-hmm.
see people's eyes. Like it's a different story when you see people in the flesh. So, um, you before you get there, like this wraps in the morning. Like when did they tell you, hey, we're leaving the city and we're going to Saudi Arabia?
When did they tell us that we were going there?
Yeah, like I
Um,
mean,
this was after the money grab that ended at like I don't know, like 12 or something, like PM. We
yeah,
slept
12
for
noon.
a couple hours, and then we left that day at like probably 5 o'clock, and maybe like 4 o'clock, like the same day. So I slept for 4 hours and got on a plane to Saudi Arabia. It was pretty crazy.
Crazy. And then I mean, and like, so then you land and like, do you immediately just you get dressed and you get in these Lambos? Like, did you like? Have you been in a Lamborghini before?
I have not. That was my first time.
Who was driving yours?
I don't know his name. He lived in Saudi Arabia. He was actually the president of like the Saudi Arabian Lamborghini Club. I
No
forgot his
way.
name, but yeah, it wasn't any of like Jimmy's friends or anything.
How was it?
It was cool. I'm not a car guy. Like I don't really care. I don't have the need for speed or anything like that. Like so for me, I was like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to get out of the car. I'm ready to play the games. Like I was hoping we were driving to a game, like to the game. I was ready to go at that point. I'm like, let's just get this done. Like I really want like again, I'm just not that big of a car guy. So it was cool for the first like I don't know 10 minutes. Then I'm
10
like,
seconds.
all
Yeah.
right, let's wrap
Like,
this up. I'm good to
no,
go.
I get it. I'm kind of with you there. So I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
so but now again, you're in the top 10. You got 250K. Or by the time you land in Saudi Arabia, have you gotten back neutral with most people, or is it still a little bit of distance for taking the 250K?
100% distance. from certain people. There's other people that I smoothed over with, but there's people that are pissed, and I get it. Like I this is what I signed up for. I knew people were going to be pissed. Like I have no,
Yeah,
it's part of the game. Like I have no, like I'm not going to be pissed at you for being pissed at me. Like I get it. I just have to incorporate that to my gameplay moving forward. Um,
totally.
yeah, it is what it is. I signed up for this. I knew this was gonna happen, so I have to deal with it now.
And so they show in the episode at the very end, August picks up the phone, or they show where Monica talked to Jim about selling the coin. Um, if you sold the coin, let's say you had the coin and you sold it, would you have told Corey?
Um, I think I would have told everyone. Hindsight's 2020, but I think I would have been like, "Hey guys, I just got offered $500,000 for this coin. I sold it, and I left the rest of the pot for the rest of the people." I don't think anybody would have cared. I think they'd be like, "Oh,
I,
all right." Like I don't. Listen. That's how I would have handled it, but
it's
I,
interesting. Yeah,
that's just what
I
I
think
would have
that
thought to do. I don't think anybody
I
would
think
be
there's two.
upset.
I'm with you. I think there's a couple ways that it would work out. One is that way. Like, hey, like yeah, who's going to get mad at you? Like again, you didn't eliminate anybody, you didn't take it from anybody else.
Yeah.
The fact that the coin is still in play and JC's not there is still boggles my mind because like I was always under the impression that I had to stay with him. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she would have got much flack. If you give her flack for selling the coin, um, I I would be surprised. The other option is you don't tell anybody. Um,
Exactly, and that's the route she chose. Like whatever, it was her strategy. Um, yeah, I mean, would I have told Corey? I don't know. I really don't. I just again, I don't even think I would be in that situation because I would just tell everybody because I was advocating for her to sell it. I was like, sell it. I don't. You could sell for 100 grand. I don't care.
I think that's the move too.
Yeah.
Again, like it's because even if you get there, like I do think JC would have flipped it. If I had the coin, I would have flipped it. Like the fact that Gage did. If you had months or weeks or days to think about it, I'm not sure if Gage would have done it. Like the fact that it was like in the moment, you have 10 minutes to think about it, changes things.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting
Yeah.
play. And again, I don't blame her at all. Like I
No,
don't
not
I
at
don't
all.
know what choice I would make. The fact that she was able to get a $500,000 for the coin is awesome.
Yeah. Congratulate. I was happy for her. Like that's awesome. Like
It's
you could have sold at 100K, and I would be clapping for you as well. But yeah, 500K. That's freaking awesome.
well, and like especially for her, like I arguably to this point, no one has played the game better than her.
Oh my god.
Like
She went
based
on
on
it.
results, and and again even how she managed that conversation of I took $0, like wow, like she's playing the game hard. And again,
Yeah.
this is called Beast Games. It is a game,
Mm-hmm.
and your goal is to try to win $5 million.
Yeah.
So she is she's playing it hard and playing it really well. So
Yeah,
want
she's
to take
won
us
every.
back?
Sorry. Yeah, she's won every
No, go
challenge.
ahead.
There wasn't a single
Everyone.
challenge she's lost. Like, and she's smart. She talks well to people. Like it was like she was a really good player. One of the best players in the game. 100%.
Absolutely crushing it. Again, I heard in an interview that she applied for season one, and I'm so glad she didn't get in. Um, like for real. She's an absolute beast.
Yeah,
So
she is.
so here we go. You walk onto the set with your hearts. You see these kind of glass cubes, and you see the red phone. Like, was it immediately where you kind of go, "Yep, I know what game this is"?
Yeah, yeah. Like we knew what was going to happen. We knew there were going to be maybe we thought there were going to be some twist maybe, but we pretty much knew like 80% of the game. Like this is the gist of it. Yeah.
Okay, so now you know. I mean, you have $250,000 secured, which is awesome. But you also have like this scarlet letter on your chest. Without getting into the details, like, have you thought about your strategy for this game? Like, are you clear on it, or are you still trying to go? I have no clue what I'm going to do.
No, I mean I had some things in mind. Like I was working actually with some people at this point that like I don't want to name at this point that will be shown next episode that isn't really shown on camera up until this point. Like things have changed like pretty drastically from the money pool to where we are now, and nobody really knows about it. It's kind of like it's going to be exposed. But I was working with some people, and that was that that's the initial plan that we were trying to execute. But things change. You just got to adjust as things go on. Like that's just what I've learned in this game. So I had an initial strategy, and I knew I was going to eventually have to pivot off it, and if it didn't work out. So I was just seeing what was going on. I was just going to try to analyze the game and go from there, honestly.
Well, it's it's for those watching, you gotta drop in the chat. Like, is um Brett going to be greedy and try to get more? Is he going to try to make some plays? Like, I would love to hear from you guys what you think Brett is going to do on episode 9. But like, you know, one of the things I get asked a lot, especially now that Mr. Beast is casting for season 3, like, what should I do? How should I play? Or like, what are some recommendations? Like, do you have anything, like, if you were going to talk to Beast Games players of the future, like, kind of what words of advice would you give them? One, to get on, and two, um, if they're on the games, like a strategy or philosophy on how to play.
The first one, I don't know if I'll be able to help with because my video was terrible. Like I just didn't. I looked like this, and I was just like explaining why I was unique, and I guess it worked out.
Wait,
So like to get
where are we
on,
going to
I'm
be able
not
to see
as
that? I mean, is that thing public?
no, it's not. But that's in the depths of my computer right now. I'm not a social media guy. I have no idea. Just be yourself to try to get on. Like that's if they see that you're trying to be too much, like they're gonna sniff it out. Like if that's not genuinely you, then they're gonna figure that out. Try to be interesting. If you're not, then you're just not gonna get on. But like that's just kind of my thoughts on how I got. I got on by luck. I don't know. I even text Clits to this
I
day. I'm
mean,
like, how did I do
I think
this? Like,
you're
why'd you
also
choose
humble
me?
too. It's one of these things where you know what you see is what you get with you. But like once you get to know you, like I feel like I got to know you kind of episode 3, 4, 5. And it's just like, dude, you want to win. You're going to be loyal. You're going to be trustworthy. You're going to help others out who you care about. And I think that's a good thing to think about. Like there aren't many people who made it to the top 10, if any, who didn't help somebody. Like
Yeah,
there's eventually a time where you have to count on somebody. If you don't have anybody to count on, you're going home. Um,
100%. Yeah, and in terms
so
of
Brett,
oh, okay, sorry.
no, go
I was
for
gonna
it.
say in terms of in-game strategy, try not to talk too much. Seriously, like don't say too much. Don't give too much information out. It'll only be used against you at some point. Like that was what I learned. Like looking back in the game, don't talk too much. Obviously, make friendships and be yourself. Just like if you feel the urge to talk and say something, think about it first. That's all I have to say. Just think about what you're saying.
Well, I think that's killer advice because everybody's playing the game, but everybody's playing the game different. Some people use
Yeah.
stuff against you. Some people are, um, yeah. And part of it is it's like Jack. I loved Jack.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue. I knew he was playing hard. I did not know how hard he was playing.
Yeah.
And it's so, but it's like so like you just have to be mindful on who you can trust and kind of
100%.
when you need to count on them. But Brett, I'm super looking forward to episode 9. It's it'll just be really interesting to see how this one plays out. Like I think episode 8 was so it kind of blew my mind. It's right now it's number 1 on Amazon Prime Video, which is sweet. Like I think this was the episode where it kind of goes, okay, it's time to play ball. How can the viewers find you, or what do you got going on next?
I don't have an Instagram really. I have 1,000 followers across it. I don't even mind. Don't even mention it. My next, I'm just trying to. I don't know. I'm working. I'm just trying to make some money in real life, and I'm getting married in October. I'm really excited about that. My beautiful fiance Amanda. Really looking forward to that. I've been planning the wedding for a while. That's next on the horizon for me, and I'm really excited about it.
Well, sweet man. Well, it's awesome to connect with you here, but it was great to connect with you on the games. I think I was one of the luckiest guys to be able to to get on that team with you, Corey, Sue, and Emily. Um, and man, I really think we could have beat any team in any challenge that we would against. So shout out to all you four,
Hundred
including you,
percent.
Brett. And then I might have to throw your Instagram down here just to get you, from a thousand to 1,100, just to get you a little bit
It's
more.
Bretty Stew. BrettyStew. I'm on
There,
private, so
there,
like I don't accept anybody I don't know. So good luck.
there it is. Go find him, comment on his pictures and videos, and
Yeah,
wish him the
yeah.
best of luck in episode 9. Brett, thank you so much for coming on. And Beast fam, we'll see you again after episode 9 and episode 10. Come on back.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate this, man. This was awesome.